Quiero agradecer a Willem por existir. Well, thank you for coming all the way here. Willem.
Happy to be here. You know, I don't really believe in speaking before a film. I hope you enjoy it. I'm happy to be here. And we'll talk after the film. I'm sorry. No hablo español.
Yo venía haciendo estas películas en Viena en un momento en el que no es fácil nada en relación a las películas, hacerlas, mostrarlas. Es un milagro que esta película exista y después de unos buenos años que pensamos juntos con Willem, surgió la posibilidad de ir a Viena y en muy poco tiempo filmar esta película y cerrar esta etapa.
And how was it for you, Willem, particularly working with Gatón in this improvised, in this no script situation as an actor, the shooting and the process of creative process of making this film?
He forced me to play in the film.
Yes, no, I really said I will only do this movie if you play one of the roles.
He said, like, baby.
He's my favorite actor.
We are trained in the same tradition, actually.
No, but I wanted him to have some skin in the game, some risk, you know?
I lost the skin I had, it's gone.
What was nice is he had the opportunity to have these wonderful locations. He always has a great instinct for casting people. Obviously, almost all the other people in the film are non-actors. But I like that sometimes because they have a different kind of approach to doing what they're doing. And as long as they don't have to invent things and they do things that they feel comfortable with, they don't have an ego about accomplishing things. They do what they do. And the thing that he finds charming or interesting or attractive about them comes through. So I enjoy working with people that don't have an actor's ego. In fact, I aspire to not be an actor. No, it's really a different kind of approach to performing and a different approach to making things. One thing about Gaston that attracted me is he loves many things. And I always think of, you know, this quote, I'm not going to say it exactly, but, you know, Van Gogh said, love many things, things that you do with love are done well. And I always felt like everything he does has that kind of love, that kind of attention, that kind of relationship. And that's important because as things get more refined, as things get more money, as things get more sophisticated and more planned, sometimes it takes the life out of them. And whether you like this film or not, whether it speaks to you or not, what's happening is something, for me, that is alive.
Before we translate,
He's winking at me.
I did attempt to write a script. I genuinely, not just for financing, I wrote a script. I did not write it. It was a bad script. The Austrian funders.
Yes, it was.
The Austrian funders said, we will not finance this film, it's bad. And we also don't believe you, you want to make a film with a script. We saw your films, we have money for the films you make, you have to be honest and say. Anyways, Willem rejected any attempt that I somehow develop a narrative strategy. But then it was, when it came to the moment, I like to say that we dragged each other in the mud, somehow both entering different areas we are familiar with. Of course, this was very difficult, logistically, also culturally, being both. The other films I made with friends from Argentina. Here I was forced to work in a much more industrial way, which was quite complex. It's true. Come on.
I wouldn't call it industrial.
Okay. Okay.
It's pretty mon-pop.
Industrial for me. And Willem said, Gasti, on the second day, we can't pull a rabbit out of a hat every day. And I was like, I had lost weight. I was like, Willem, what do you think our job is, you know?
¿Y qué tanto del personaje de Willem lo tenías claro que querías que sea ese personaje?
No, I mean, of course, in that sense, I mean, if you haven't seen my other films, this is the most classic narrative film, linear, with a central character, right?
Que esta es la película con un personaje central. Si vieron las películas anteriores, quizás esta es con un personaje más claro, central, que lleva una línea narrativa.
Yes, I mean, I'm more informed by music in some ways in how things are. I'm very interested in certain, you know, counterpointal approach also to making the film, not so much following a linear idea of a story. So even if I'm working with these materials, as I said, my natural gesture is towards harmonics and other things happening that are not just following a straight line. But of course, working with Willem in that sense for me was a very new. I'm interested also not in repeating the same, you know, film over and over, and also not trying to make something too original and trying to. So in that sense, I think this film was a new step for me, a challenge, and as I said, the closure of this Vienna trilogy.